Yeah.
Is someone missing from the grid here?
Yeah, so someone seems to be missing.
Oh, that's one of your guys, Dom, isn't it? That would be Enzo. Where's Enzo?
I'm not sure at this stage. Someone's discoed. Not a good sign for us.
He may either have to start from the pit lane. Or...
Don't know.
Yeah, anyway, but in a minute start, Jack.
Yeah, anyways, we've got 5 red lights, and when they go out, we'll be racing in Berlin as they head towards turn 1. Olli Pahkala has got the start, perfect. Down towards turn 1, Carroll tucks in behind him, and then you have Greco in 3rd place, but he's being challenged by Hutu around the outside, and I think that's all pretty clean through turn 1 as they head down to the chicane. However, we are seeing some people drop down the order. Wyatt Gooden has dropped all the way down to 17th place.
Someone gave it out of shape there in the green car. That wasn't Holtzman, was it? No, Holtzman's in the blue car. I think that was Mark Gassner I saw. Just lighting the rear tyres up on the exit of the chicane. But Mohamed Patel briefly got ahead of Bono Huis, but couldn't quite make the move stick for 5th place. Greco Hutu, so we did.
We got contact coming out.
Front wings come off someone.
Coming out the double left-hander. I wasn't sure who that is, but as they come through the final corner, well, the effective final corner, because that leads them onto the front straight. However, they've still got one more corner until they complete lap 1. And it will be Olli Pahkala leading from Graham Carroll, David Greco, and Gregor Hutu, Bono Huis. That is the top 5 at the moment. I'd just like to point out that Jakob
Make sure you say the name right, Jack.
Strimidlo has come out of the pits just before the leader came up to the final.
We're seeing a bit of action
to the hairpin, so
this is
could be laps
Cecilia challenging Dalmau. Dalmau definitely not one of the more fortunate drivers to make through. Profited from in the first semi-final from Ussi getting that penalty. Was able to hold off Ussi, and that's why he starts in the midfield here. But Jesus Cecilia, got a fearsome reputation for his 1-lap pace, and will be looking to try and pull a move off here. But he's also got to defend from the driver behind, who is missing both wings, I think.
Both
so he's been sandwiched
missing
somewhere. Peter Briljak. Oh, that's a shame, because Peter Briljak, incredibly quick as well, finished 2nd in Long Beach, but has had very little luck since.
We've just had confirmation that Jakob Strumdelo
that looks like someone flipping over there. That was Jesus Cecilia.
Was that Cecilia who's flipped, and he's now in front of yesterday's flipper, Aleksi Aloma. Oh no, Aleksi Aloma's just got past Jesus Cecilia.
Yeah, and Aloma has the inside line here. Ooh, is that someone following in, trying to get past Cecilia? It's the same colour car, so that's Ricky Wilson, of course. So yeah, Ricky Wilson gaining a place. Jesus Cecilia dropping to last on the field with Strimidlo's retirement. The race most likely now going to settle down after all those incidents, but thankfully we only lost one driver, although of course Enzo Bonito mysteriously disappearing, and that's bad for him, I think, and for his title hopes.
I just found out Enzo just messaged me to say that the game crashed when it was changing track. So.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is tough luck.
Yeah, this is Briljak. We're going on really ailing. There's a big gap in front of Briljak.
That's Ussi around the outside, and he's not able to make it stick there. As I said before, it's so narrow around this bit, so it will be very, very hard to make a move, especially if someone defends to the inside.
But the biggest gap probably on the field right now up front, which is Carroll, 3.5 seconds almost behind. We see Ussi pulling out to the left, and I think Bono Huis has actually found a way past Gregor Hutu. We thought the red line teammates weren't going to fight each other.
Here comes Ussi down the inside, coming into their hairpin, Ed.
I think he's got him here. So
clean move down the inside, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, Peter didn't defend that one too hard. I think he's not got much to defend with at the moment. His car's been wrecked into an electric Formula Ford at the moment.
I think that would be a drive-through.
I've just been given a message from the stewards. Nikodem Wisniewski, drive-through penalty for contact in lap 1 with Mark Gassner. Yes, we saw Mark Gassner in the bright green car. Almost looks like someone has puked all over it. But we're talking about the Buemi move. That's a sort of very difficult thing to pull off in the game. We've not seen anyone do it so far, as we see Ussi being held up slightly.
I think he was trying to go for the
behind
cutback then.
Dalmau locking up slightly.
The cut back, and he's now in the slipstream. So if he can close up and make a move down into the hairpin, however, don't think he will. He's gonna have a go, but no.
I think he backed out at the last minute there.
Yeah.
But yes, Dalmau definitely hurting Usy's chances of
Down
making it
into
up the order.
chicane, is
So he's
no,
letting him
not
know he's there.
No.
He's letting him know he's there. I don't think he was close enough to make a move.
Through the chicane and out onto this short straight here, as I said, he's very
approaching
good,
turn
but
5.
he's too far back at the moment.
He's constantly...
Oh, and he's
look at that!
He's drifted it through turn 4.
Oh, good save by Dalmau. We saw him doing this in his semi-final as well. He's definitely likes to use up those tyres, and I don't think it's the fastest way to travel though. As you see, I think Wisniewski at the rear giving up and trying to go without his front wing and just saying, oh, you know what, I think I've been lapped anyway, so I may as well put on a new wing.
Yeah, and I would say I mean, Olli's so far ahead, he's like nearly 8 to 10 seconds, and I would say to him, just chillax a bit now. No one's going to get you, just relax.
This sounds a bit like Ayrton Senna Monaco 88. You want to get on the radio and tell your man to slow down. Oh, yes, we see a move. Yep. Usyk finally dispatching
Usyk finally getting past Dalmau. However, Dalmau has just got back in front of Usyk. They are having a very good battle back there right now. So
what's happened is Dalmau pit or so? It's Cecilia.
Cecilia's in the pits. Dalmau is falling down.
No, Dalmau's retired. Yes, something had gone terribly wrong for Dalmau though, I feared, and it seems that fear has come true. Just behind him. Yeah, here we go. This must be it. So Usyk on the inside.
Coming up to the
oh my God.
Oh, Usyk very lucky to... I don't think he even has avoided that because he was all over the top of his car. And, I really hope that Usyk didn't take any damage to the suspension there. It seems that he's going along okay.
If that was real life, which would never happen in real life, but still, if that was real life, that would have been a definite red flag for sure. That would.
He will have some sort of suspension or damage there, some sort of toe-in damage.
Yeah, and the Brilljak coming in now and holding up Wyatt Gooden, I think, just behind him. Yes, they're just trying to share the same pit box and real estate there, and we've seen that happen now and again.
It's free real estate.
Doesn't quite work out. Only room for one, fellas. So take your turn, Wyatt. I see Aloma coming in now on lap 22.
Aloma's coming in.
I wonder if that's precipitating a huge rush into the pits here, and we could see people trying to undercut one another. That may be the best way to gain positions here. It's Usyk coming in now, so both Aleksis have pitted within a lap of each other. So we see Daniel Kiss making his stop from 10th place. And where is he going to emerge?
And pretty much
good gap to Usyk, didn't he? So
pretty much everyone from 10th place and under has now made their pit stop. Graham Carroll's in.
Graham Carroll into the pits, yes. Because we couldn't see it anywhere other than the timing screen. I wasn't sure if Carroll had made a mistake or not. But so the Long Beach winner, and as we see Wyatt Gooden passing Jesus Cecilia, as Cecilia has pit. Okay, so anytime we see a move, just assume they pit.
Yeah.
Oh, except here, we see Greco defending second place, and we cut away. So did Bono Huis get past? He's still on the inside. I think Bono has done it. Yes, so Bono he's going to be on the outside here for
on the outside. It's going to be side by side coming round the roundabout. But the thing is, he will have the inside for he's just
No, he had to back out there. Look now, they're all bunching up. That's Bono Huis keeping Hutu behind, keeping I think that's a Loma who hasn't given way to Patel yet. Oh, Olli is in. Yes, he's got an 11-second lead to David Greco. I think he may have he's seen that Carroll is pit and he's thinking about just covering off Carroll. But we should see a lot of them coming in now on lap 26 because we're nearly at half distance.
David Greco, I think, is coming to the pits. Yes, he has.
Yeah, good. I think good decision from David Greco. He can feel his tyres leaving him.
Brzezinski is in now as well.
Giving Bono Huis a chance to attack. So. Yes, this is a sensible decision.
After
David Greco emerging still behind, for a few seconds behind Graham Carroll. So there, over 3 seconds. So that just really shows how powerful the undercut is, as we mentioned. If you can avoid being lapped by the leaders, which is obviously an option that
Bono Huis can take.
Yes, Bono Huis is in, and this will be interesting. I think he's almost. Is someone coming
Gregor
behind
Hutu
him?
Stayed out as
Patel. Yes, I thought it was Patel coming in, and is that Holtzman as well? And where are they going to filter out relative to the leaders who have just pit? Olli Pahkala almost definitely going to get through, I think. Yeah, are they sharing any group boxes? Yes, that's Huis who's retaining his position now. Patel leaving, and now Holtzman leaving. The clean stops for all of them. Jakub Brzezinski actually is setting a purple sector one time and using it to good effect to jump Patrick Holtzman, actually.
Gregor Hutu is the last person to come into the pits. Olli Pahkala takes back the lead of the race.
As we thought Ollie would. And let's see what the gap is. I think it's going to be over 14 seconds or so. Yeah, nearly 14 seconds that Ollie has in hand over Graham
Very
Carroll.
close
And
coming out
Greco
of the pits between
coming right next to Bono. Is he going to try a brave move around the outside? Oh no, he thinks better of that.
Surely not coming down the chicane.
Yeah, I think Bono, if they were in the same team chat, Bono is
Mark Gassner has come into the pits. He must have got a drive through for speeding in the pit lane.
Yes, it goes, because we did see Mark Gassner pit already. So yes, something has Mark Gassner's race is unraveling and coming undone here. It's a real shame in his home track to see this happen to him.
Just like to point out that Olli Pahkala's lead is now extended to about 14 seconds. That is phenomenal. Ollie.
That's all I can say, really.
Yeah.
Exceptional performance from Olli Pahkala. So Olli Pahkala leading now on lap 34, the start of lap 34, by 12 seconds. So his eyes kind of backed off a couple of seconds, I think. He has heeded your advice. Finally, Dom. He's not pushing quite so hard. And I did just say very shortly, not long ago, that Olli Pahkala was starting to back off a bit, and he is now to set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah,
3.458.
Yeah.
And pull out the gap to almost 15 seconds
for a second there. Yeah.
I mean, we know how good Graham Carroll is, so the fact that Olli Pahkala is able to... Graham Carroll has no answer to what Olli Pahkala is doing right now, and I think that just says wonders about this performance. I mean, it's a really good weekend for Olli Pahkala so far. Yeah, so Kiss being pressurised here by Ussi. So Ussi doesn't look like he's taking that much out. Here we go, we're right on board.
I
underneath
love this
the new
camera.
bridge wing. Yes, this is really good. You can see all the backdrop and the landmarks.
They should have
in
this on the
Alexander
actual
Platz
Formula E car. They should just have it mounted on the actual Formula E car. It would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it would cost a fortune to put all the cameras that we see in this game on the Formula E car, but maybe for a show run they should do it. I love the way you can see the car in front getting bigger and bigger as he closes in the braking zone. And I think Ussi looking very strong here, and Kiss is going to have to pull out all the stops if he wants to keep that 9th place.
I've got to say the Greco train is in full effect at the moment.
Are Greco's tyres wearing out again? Because he pit very early, remember, because his tyres were wearing out, and he seems to be running into that scenario again. I think Bono might be tempted to have a little crack at this, as we see someone coming into the pit.
Is that
one of the lapped cars going in?
That was Brzezinski.
As we go into the last lap now, Olli Pahkala, a supreme, untroubled performance up front. And now he's going to get the reward he so richly deserves. And we all thought Olli Pahkala after the first couple of rounds was sort of playing second fiddle to Gregor Hutu, and not really. We thought it was going to be Hutu and Carroll, of course, the two winners so far, that were going to be the main protagonists. But it seems the 2-horse race in Vegas has now become a 3-horse one, as we see Olli Pahkala really laying down the marker. This is what he can do when he is at his best.
He is absolutely
only one more
dominated.
corner to go after this one.
He is absolutely dominated today. He took pole position. He did have the fastest lap until a couple moments ago, but he took pole position. He's led every single lap effectively, and he has taken the victory here.
Yes,
in
Olli
Berlin.
Pahkala, first place in the Berlin Cloud Sport E-Prix. With Graham Carroll, I believe, in second. Taser Cecilius just finished in last place. Tough race for him. Graham Carroll, we had to wait a while for him to turn up here. But here he is, going out.
Half
second
a year
place
later,
Graham
Carroll has finished.
And we'll have to hear about him after the race. He probably won't be over the moon with that, but he'll be satisfied with the points. David Greco takes third, holding off Bono Grease and Gregor Hutu, with Mohamed Patel in 6th, Jakob Brzezinski in 7th, Patrick Holtzman in 8th. Yes, so Brzezinski, I'm not sure if it was him going in there. It must have been another lapped car going wide. We saw Daniel Kiss in 9th, Aleksi Ussi in 10th, Alexei Aloma in 11th, Peter Briljak in 12th, Wyatt Gooden 13th, Mark Gassner 14th, Nikodem Wisniewski 15th, Ricky Wilson 16th, Hazel Cecilia 17th, and the non-finishers Louis Dalmal and Jakob Strumidlo. So,
Brzezinski actually went wide, so he gets the run to try and get fastest lap.
That's what we
so
saw.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I don't know what he's done.
Well,
he's got a run up.
I hope he's not in trouble.
He did take fastest lap in the end with the fastest. With the fastest first sector by about 4 seconds. No, 4 seconds, 0.4 of a second.
Well, James Brzezinski did get penalised in qualifying for using the pit lane to set his fastest lap. So I do wonder if he's fallen into bad habits again. We have the top one finisher of the Cloud Sport Berlin Prix, Olli Pahkala, driver for Team Redline. So Olli, I imagine you are over the moon with what you've just done. You've completed an incredible weekend, just insanely great performance, and we've just been joined by the two runners-up, Carroll and David Greco. So anyway, Olli, how do you feel about how this race is going? What do you think was the key to your success here?
I don't know. I think the track suited me very well. At early phase of the hot lap phase, we got our setup started working quite perfectly. So we had time to focus only on driving and rather not change setup in any way. So I think the preparation and how the setup worked at the early phase last week, that was the key here.
Yeah, and as we were watching that gap grow and grow, we have Dom Duhan here, the team principal of Redline. He was telling to us, "Oh, come on, Olli, you need to slow down a little bit. You need to not push so much because you don't need to. You've got that huge gap." Did that thought ever enter your mind that you could, I can back off now? Or was it all just, I'm going really well, I'm going to keep this momentum and stay in my rhythm and keep going? Were you in the zone during this race, Olli? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, it's a bit easier to keep it in the zone and keep the rhythm up rather than start lifting earlier or braking earlier, so you lose the rhythm, and especially the city tracks and walls everywhere, and if you accidentally turn in too early or too slow, you might end up in the inside curb and break your car. So pretty much on the zone all the time. The rhythm was okay throughout the race, so it was relatively confident and comfortable race for me.
Well, congratulations, Olli. Brilliant performance, as I said, and congratulations also on taking the lead in the overall standings. So I think you are, if you haven't qualified already, you are incredibly close to doing so, and we'll know for sure in London. But anyway, moving on to Graham now. Welcome back, Graham, after missing the podium in Paris. You're back in second place, although time-wise it was a little bit further down, but how do you feel about finishing in second then?
First off, just like to say well done to Olli and David for making the podium as well. Olli was in a class of his own, to be fair, but you know what? Why am I going to try and chase him down? You know, no offense on David, but I knew I had pace on David, so I just thought I'd let David back up the pack, and if I can get a little gap on him, I'm happy to just sit 2 or 3 seconds in front and just like a Sunday drive, just cruise to the finish line. You know, that's it's very hard to overtake here, but. No, I knew if I had a very good weekend here, you're basically locked in. You know, I'd say Ollie's 100% there, and probably the top 3 or 4. I need to look at the points. Should be more or less locked in, but I've never been so nervous in a whole race in my life. I really haven't, to be fair. When you think of what's on the line, and it's the first chicane. You know, if you take the left part too much, you don't have oh, you're a bit too much, you're a bit too little. It just writes the car off. So one mistake can end your day, and like you've seen Enzo as well, he didn't make the grid, and just stuff like that can happen, you know. So it's just a joy to get over the line.
Yeah, I think you were very right to be cautious of that chicane, and sadly Enzo Bonito, we found out had his game crashed before, just as the map switched to the race from warm up. So
yeah, might have done it in
bitterly.
Just 2 minutes before the session started, it was unreal, scary. You know?
Geez, wow! Luck is really on your side today, Graham. And while we're on you, just briefly, you were incredibly privileged and lucky, I think it's fair to say, to get the run in the real life Formula E car in Marrakesh. You got to meet with Nelson Piquet Jr. and Jerome D'Ambrosio, who gave you a bit of tuition there. And do you think that's really helped you get in your state of mind? Is that a really nice prize to have?
First off, again, to be fair, that I can't thank the people who made that happen. I can't thank them enough, to be fair. You know, it was like Christmas Day, and it was a prize in its own. You know, to go all the way to Marrakesh, and drive the car and meet all these guys. You know, that's almost like a prize in its own. You know, I'd be happy if I got told I couldn't race the rest of this championship, but no, that was awesome, and it's just hard to describe, really. It's it was very good, and to be fair, like 10 minutes before the race started as well, like I got a tweet from Nelson and Jerome, both tweeted me on Twitter saying good luck and hope to see you in Vegas. Now, if that's what you call pressure, yeah, I was just crapping myself, you know. So just happy to get over and done with, and we'll go towards London and just have another solid event and enjoy that one, hopefully. But I thank you, mate. Thank you.
Anyway, don't want to leave you out, David. Let's move on to you finishing in third place. You had probably the most exciting race out of the top 3 finishes. You had to keep everyone behind you, including the fearsome Bono Grease. And at one point, just before the pit stop, he got the run on you into turn 5 and 6. What was that like?
Yeah. Well, I made a mistake in the chicane. Got out very slow, and Luis did a very good first chicane, got the run, and honestly, I thought he wasn't going to try, but he tried. And when I also decided to defend, was a little bit too late. So I went too close. Then I saw him. I had to open a little bit the steering, and then I said, for the fast chicane, I need to be able to stay beside him, just get totally sideways and try to be in front. Luckily, he didn't think the same thing as me, and we managed to do the fast chicane in one piece after that, and after that I just made sure I never made that kind of mistake, and that's it.
David, you were in 5th coming into this, and you finished 3rd today. Do you think, what's your target just going into London, just very briefly?
I'd like to say that I was extremely lucky yesterday and today to get yesterday the win in Group 4 and then today the podium, because I think out of the 3 weekends this was my weakest one. At Paris I had a very bad qualifying in a semi-final, but I was much faster. I was more or less on the pace with the top guys there. Here I had no pace. I saw that from the beginning. I couldn't get a setup for sector 2. I constantly lost like 3/10 in sector 2, and here 3/10 here is first or 15th, so it's a lot of time, and I hope I can find a better setup for London, have a little bit less chaotic, crazy final there, even if
I wouldn't bet on it, David. I wouldn't bet on it.
But
anyway,
even if I don't get a podium, if I can improve my 12th position in that I got in Paris, that would be good. I mean, I get even a 10th is already better than 12, so it's a better one, and the
top 10
one,
then basically.
Yeah, and the worst one gets dropped. So yeah, that's my aim.
Well done, David. I know you want to say something to Olli, Dom. So.
Oh, I'm just almost crying. Well done, Pahkala. You did so well, so quick, just really consistent, and well done everybody. Because Graham's right. That turn 1 with that curb it finishes your whole race. So I mean, to do that is incredibly consistent.
From me, just want to say well done to all of you. Great race.
Thank you. Thank
well
you,
done,
Thank you, Fanatic and Red Lab, for great support. Okay, greetings to friends, family, everybody. See you in Vegas.
So that was Berlin. Fantastic performance by Olli Pahkala, and of course we'll see you soon in London in a few weeks' time. So thanks for watching. Bye for now. See ya.
Bye.